That's good music right there, boys and girls. That's passion. That's with feeling. What's up, ladies and gents? How we doing?
Same street, same aisle, yet miles apart inside.
Yes.
Both pressing to the pain where our truths reside.
By the way, the retweet link is fixed now.
Reach for hands in the dark.
Still trace each other's warmth through the spark.
All right, I could sit there and listen to that all night. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Let's do this thingy.
Rocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, get hyped. The Fanatic Zone is now live.
Let's get this party started.
Enter the lead, weirdo.
Know who?
Man Food.
Oh, and away we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, weirdos of all ages, leave the board at the door and bring the hype once more. Glad to have you all aboard the hype train as we crank it up yet once again. I did, Vorshin. I did. Yes, it is good. What's up, people? How we doing? D-Holt, Vorshin, good evening, guys. OSU Cowboys, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. Voltan, Serene Princess. Naughty Innocence, good evening. And all of you beautiful lurkers. I see Grease here as well. Good evening, Grease. Thank you, one and all, folks. You guys and gals are the reason I could do this and I'm able to be here night in and night out. We're going to crank it up tonight. We got some Infestation Origins. Should be interesting. We'll check that out. See what it has in store for us. A little spoopy time. I am looking at live chat this time and not top chat. So we got it right. We got D-Holt. D-Holt, thank you for the like and the retweet, buddy. Appreciate it. We got Voltan with the like and the retweet. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I saw that D-Holt got the big legendary quest. You did. You missed it. I did mention it. Fortune. Maybe you had just like stepped away from the computer or something. But if you scroll up a little bit, right where I posted the link, you'll see about 6 after the hour where I mentioned the link, and I said it at that point. So maybe you had like stepped away from the computer, or you were like doing something else. But yeah, I did mention it. I was a little late tonight. Yes. Who else we got? We got Grease. Grease, thank you, buddy, for the like on YouTube. And we've got Serene Princess. Thank you for the like on YouTube. Appreciate you. And then, of course, DJ Wolf Dude. Thank you, my friend, for the lick on YouTube. Appreciate that. And then over on the retweet side, we've got, let's not forget our buddy OSU Cowboys. Thank you, buddy, for the like and the retweet. Appreciate that. And Draxit, thank you for the like and the retweet. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a slacker tonight, Mortion, but we got it, buddy. We got it. D-Hole, did I beat Mortuary Assistant? I did not. Well, we finished. It's one of those games that you can do multiple runs. It could be a long game, right? We did finish one shift at the mortuary last night. We did finish a shift, so we in a sense did finish one run. The problem is it came down to where I had to name. I had two choices of you have to find the name of the demon and then brand it to the appropriate body and burn it. Well, we found the right body, and it came down to either one or two demon, one of two demon names, and I chose poorly. Yeah, I chose poorly, and they got us. But yeah, we had a good time with it. It was fun. It's good stuff for sure. So, got some white chocolate latte tonight. It's good stuff. It's kind of my go-to right now. Just love it. And then we got, by the way, okay. 50 weirdos. 50 weirdos to anybody who was here at the beginning of the stream.
PGH sent, small problem here. There's an imitation crab infestation in the lab. And
oh my goodness.
Not staying contained. Jarvis, call the Avengers now. It's on the suit. It's actually on the suit. I tried blasting it, but it's absorbing the energy. How is it absorbing the energy? Someone tell Banner to bring a mop and maybe a flamethrower, because this thing is learning way too fast.
Oh my goodness. March, thank you for the bits, buddy. That was beautiful. I approve. Anytime we get a Tony Stark text-to-speech, I am honored. I am honored. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. So, I have to ask, was anybody here at the beginning of the stream and heard the first song that I led off with at the beginning? And if you did, do you know what the song was about? If anybody can tell me what that song was about, I will give you 50 weirdos. If not, don't worry. Rainbows, no. Nice try, though. YMCA Foo People, no. Something about getting higher? No. I will play it again a little bit later on in the stream, and you guys can hear it. It's a Foo original, by the way. It's a Foo original. It's a song that I created. So, Fame Seeker says, yes. Well, I mean, not that we have a problem with Foo People, right? The YMCA Foo People are awesome. Yes. No, not on about a village people. No, it wasn't about village people. In the Navy. Oh my goodness, good coffee. Let's see. So we'll play it a little bit later. So you guys and gals can hear it again, because it's one of my faves that I've created so far. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Well, let's see this. All right, I have not played this game before. I don't want to say anything disparaging about myself, because I don't say anything disparaging about other people, and so it, I'm one of those weirdos who, like, if I won't say anything bad about others, I shouldn't say anything bad about myself either, because I am a part of that population. So anyway, so I wasn't going to say what I thought, but I will say this: I was foolish for allowing Martine to talk me into playing this game. But we're going to play it one stream. Tomorrow, oh, by the way, we have something fun planned tomorrow. Let me show you guys. Let me show you. The next couple nights are going to be really good stuff. Really good stuff. Tomorrow, we're going to play the first 4 episodes. And yes, this is one of those story-based, decision-driven games. Dispatch. Dispatch is a superhero workplace comedy where choices matter. Manage a dysfunctional team of misfit heroes and strategize who to send to emergencies around the city, all while balancing office politics, personal relationships, and your own quest to become a hero. Episodes 1 and 2 out now. So actually, by the time we get into stream tomorrow, the first 4 episodes will be out. What's the digital deluxe upgrade? What is that? Oh, is this, I might get that because it gives some comics. But yeah, that's what we're going to be playing. That's what we're going to be playing tomorrow. The first, well, I don't know how long the episodes are. We may not get through all the episodes tomorrow, but I'll at least start it with 4 episodes available. And we'll play this tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, it looks fun. Looks fun. So, good stuff. Or as we call it, work dispatch. Yeah. As you know, Marts, I am very, very familiar with the term dispatch from my former line of work. Just a little bit. I got a Victor Allen's coffee K-cup box with cinnamon bun, apple crumb donut, and pumpkin spice. Oh, dipsatch. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Is that just the way y'all say it? Just being funny? Yeah, you spelled it wrong one. You know how it's funny because your mind, how your mind works, it automatically puts letters in the right order. If have you seen that thing where if the first and last letter of a word are right and the other ones are kind of mixed up, your mind can adjust them? It's really weird, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of what happened there. I glazed over it thinking it said dispatch. Yeah, dipsatch. Oh, my. All right. Let's see what this game is all about, guys. I guess I should shed the... Serene. Which flavor should you try first? Man, you know, D-Holt, they all sound good. I would try the, personally, I would try either the cinnamon bun or pumpkin spice first, because those would be my favorite. Yeah. Fruit Loops, there you go. Nothing wrong with Fruit Loops either. That's good. I tell you what. Give me a second here. I better lose the hoodie because I have a feeling it's going to get a little warm in here. All right, now we're ready. Let's go. Fry an egg on that. Yeah, you know. God only made a few perfect heads. The rest he covered with hair. Okay, let's see. Apple Jacks, healthy Fruit Loops. Is that what that is? Are they healthy? Are they really? Food stripping on stream, ban him. Yes. So, all right, we've got to figure out. All right, earn cash by completing contracts. You can use cash to unlock new suits, weapons, traps, and upgrades. Click on your character. Oh, interesting. Let's go with the blue suit. Animal suits. Oh, we got camouflage. Look at this. They get all the camouflage stuff unlocked automatically. Precious? Oh, like precious minerals. Ah! Wow. Oh, you can buy these. You can buy these with money. I see. With money that you earn in game, of course. It's not. Yeah. Let's go with the blue. Let's go with the blue. All right. He only wanted these words to be said. The food is hot today. Ba-dum-bum. Nice portion. Nice. That Redwood looked like Spider-Man? Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys. Did you... Okay. I get it. I get it. Social media. So, I should know better, right? Than to think that things are going to be normal on social media. I realize I've learned my lesson, but apparently there's this there's a new sport that's all the rage. I don't know why I should be surprised anymore. Seriously, people are doing. Get ready for this, right? Blindfolded archery. Blindfolded archery. I mean, apparently you don't know what you're missing. All right, let's see. Weapon. Oh, man. I was wondering if somebody was going to pick up on it. Apparently you all did. Oh, my goodness. A zapper, huh? Oh, we can't get these. Not allowed to out-corny me, sir. Use the arrow buttons. All right, now... Each weapon has 3 upgradable components. Click on each. Yeah, I don't have, okay. So we can get all these, but we gotta win some mission. Alright, click on your trap. Sturdy bear trap. Alright. Lantern trap. Upgrades. Yeah, we'll look at...
Hello, neighbors. You can stop pretending now. I see the way you look at me, the smirks,
Oh
the
my
laughter.
goodness.
You think kindness makes me weak.
Ah.
But the neighborhood's changed. And so have I. No more songs. No more smiles.
Just silence. Marts, why do they always cut your text-to-speech off, sir? Just silence, and whatever waits behind your door when I knock again. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I doubt... Yeah, it's a good question, OSU. You know what's funny, OSU? Me, you, and Martz's hometown college are all looking for new coaches this year. Of course, LSU, Oklahoma State, and Penn State are all looking for head coaches. I doubt Nick Saban would come out of retirement. I would definitely take him. I would definitely take him if he wanted to come out of retirement. But how old is he? Let's see. He's 73. I doubt he's gonna come out of retirement. And if he did, it would only be for what, a few years maybe. I just don't see it, you know. But Lane Kiffin would be good. Right, and that's another thing, Fame. That's another thing. The NIL, he's not a fan of NIL. He's enjoying what he's doing right now with ESPN, you know. But because you have a max set that's not the actual character max of chat, which I'm sure of back end safe precaution to avoid. Yeah, probably so, Marks. Probably so. But I'm taking a wait and see approach, OSU, to answer your question. I would love to see Lane Kiffin. I'm gonna tell you who I wouldn't mind seeing is, I can't think of his name right now. Hang on. I should apply for the head coaching job of LSU. Well, I think LSU wants to win, so I think we'll pass on that. Yeah, okay. So one person I wouldn't mind seeing is John Sumrall of Tulane. And I know that sounds weird. Oh no, no Coach O. No Coach O. And we don't want Gundy. Nothing against Gundy, but I wouldn't mind John Sumrall of Tulane. He's had an incredible, he's been really good everywhere he's been. He's young. He's into the Hawaiian NIL thing. He is just, but, you know, that's, I think LSU might be trying to go for the home run punch like they always do. Regardless of what anybody thinks about LSU, it's definitely a top 5 program, right? I mean, it is a top 5 job in the country. When you figure we've won 3 national championships in the last 20 years in the SEC. That being said, there's a lot of expectations. A lot of expectations. Some coaches might be like, forget that, man. I don't want to put up with that. So, I don't know. I would love to see Lane Kiffin. Will he leave Ole Miss? Who knows? I would say probably not. I think he's got something good going there. And he feels like he can win a national title at Ole Miss. And I think with NIL he can. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Here, seriously. I'm gonna admit when I was wrong, okay? I think I was wrong. When the whole NIL thing kicked off, I honestly said, well, this is not going to be good for the game because we're going to have, you know, the LSUs. Even though it would benefit me, I still want parity. I still want competition. And I felt like LSU, Ohio State, you know, the Alabamas of the world, the Michigans, things like that, right, would just dominate all the time. I was wrong. I was wrong. Look who number 2 in the country right now is. Indiana. Indiana's made good use of NIL. You know who else has made good use of NIL? Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's in the top 10. I mean, and there's several others, but I was wrong, man. I think NIL might end up being a good thing because you're going to have teams like, yeah, Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been really successful so far, and these are not like your blue bloods. So, I mean, if it continues like that, I'm all for it because you're going to have parity. You're going to have teams who get aggressive and spend, and even smaller mid-tier teams like Indiana, Texas Tech, Vanderbilt, you know, others, Louisville, who are going to be really good. So, you know, we'll see. But anyway, hey, Varcon, it's going well, man. How are you doing tonight? We'll get off the sports ball, but yeah, OSU, I think there's going to be a little bit of a rebuild period for us as well, so don't feel bad. I think that's going to be a part of it. But that being said, I hope we get somebody like Lane Kiffin. I doubt it. I would love Nick Saban. There's virtually no chance that's happening. That's just me saying because he was mentioned. I would take him if he wanted to come back for a few years. It's not going to happen. He's not going to leave the booth. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun to watch it over the next few months and see who LSU hires. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Lastly, so we're playing Infestation Origins for anybody who's just coming in. This will be interesting. We're really going to see what this game has to offer. So perks. perks. 20%. Do we get to pick one of these? Oh, I see. These automatically dexterous, healing, touch, interactive, equipped. Ah, gain 20% interaction speed, 20% increased healing speed when using a med kit. Let's go with the reload speed. I think that would be good. Let's go with that. All right, let's go settings. By the way, is the sound
Shaq's
okay?
Here to set the record straight. LSU doesn't need just a coach. LSU needs Shaq. Shaq's offense, simple. Give the ball to the biggest dude and run straight through the other team. Shaq's defense, don't let anybody breathe near the end zone. Halftime show. Shaq's DJ say yep self. You want motivation? Shaq's gonna make the scoreboard talk. You want wins? Shaq promises at least one, maybe two.
Oh my
depending on the
goodness.
snacks. LSU, it's time for the Diesel era.
Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Marge, thank you for the bits. That is hilarious. Holy cow. That was actually a pretty good Shaq impersonation by Tangia there. I'm impressed, sir. LSU's Ted Lasso, yeah. That's a good analogy. Shaq's awesome, man. Yeah. Oh my word. All right, let's go single player. Single player. Select an episode. Oh, Willie. Oh man, I am not sure about this. Select the contract. Eliminate the infestation. Early report of rat infestation. Follow standard procedure. Vitality of pests expected to be low. Long cycles between rat reproduction noted. Sparse nest quantity. Pests possess below average movement speed. Okay, we'll go with this. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Alright. That's going to be a problem, Voltan, for sure. Ain't no way. Only say if Charles Barkley comes in. Oh, Barkley, man. In the 1980s, what was thought to be an outbreak of rats at a storage facility morphed into something far more sinister.
All right, team. We've got an urgent situation at a local warehouse near the coast. Gear up and listen closely.
Is the volume okay on the game?
Man as a standard rotocrop, but we're dealing with something far more aggressive. Strange nests have started popping up throughout the facility.
D-Holt, supper time.
Seem to be coming from.
Supper time.
Employees first reported seeing them growing on an old steamboat in the dry dock sector.
Oh my goodness, Steamboat Willie.
The infestation is getting worse, but if we flow poison through the ventilation system, it should clear it out for good. Get to the control room. You can activate the system from there. Good luck.
Alright, alright. Press F to turn on your flashlight. Do we have a battery? Okay. Alright, so we have to get to the control room. Oh dear, I'm not sure about this, guys. Where are the lights? Yeah, we need flashlight for sure. Oh, we can hide in the locker. I didn't know that's what that was. So that... Oh, wait. You know what that means? If we can hide in the locker, that means that there is a reason we need to be hiding in a locker at times. What was that? Okay, that's really not cool. Yeah, that had to be my stomach, right? Map picked up. That's good. Oh my goodness. So we've got quite a few. There's nowhere to call. A reload canister, that's good. That's certainly something that we need. Okay, what else we got? Man, okay, my guess is that big twisted Mickey Mouse looking dude, my guess is we're not going to be able to fight him. We just have to run. And that's why we have to hide. Do you know how in like Resident Evil you have the big guy? What's the guy's name that chases you and you can't hurt him? He's invincible, and all you can do is run from him. Was it Nemesis or something like that? I don't know. The Sector B card is needed to open this. Mr. X, okay, Mr. X, yeah. I have a feeling, guys, that Mr. X, that Mr. Distorted Mouse Dude. Alright, we got a med kit. I don't know how to use the med kit. Sector A main key card is needed. We need to find these things, I guess. Oh, no, I wasted my reload canister. Oh, I gotta remember not to do that. That's a bad habit. Whenever I'm playing an FPS, I always reload whenever I can. But, press... Pipes connected. Alright. Unlocked door. Well, it looks like G is unlocked. Is that where we came from? I don't know. We gotta find the key cards, guys. But yeah, good call, D-Hold. That's who it was, Mr. X. And I was never a fan of that because, I don't know. I like being able to fight back whenever we can. Yeah, nothing. Maybe that's for multiplayer stuff. What can we do here? Oh, boy. Look at this. Boat parts. Oh yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. Is there a limited amount of time we have to do this? I don't know, but let's not play around. All right, let's go oh, you know what? Gameplay. Where's our med kit?
Shaq's first play as LSU head coach. Oh, it's simple, baby. Shaq calls it the diesel sweep.
Yeah.
The quarterback hands it off, the linemen form a wall, and then Shaq, yeah, Coach Shaq himself, checks in at fullback.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh man, we'll have our own version of Refrigerator Perry. That would be fine. Can we can't go in here, I don't think. Sector A utility key card. All right, we're going to have to find keys, I guess. Is there a key back where we started from? Let's see if that's... Maybe there was something in here we missed.
Shaq told y'all it would work. Diesel sweep straight to the end zone, baby. Defense try to stop it. Bad idea. Shaq ran through 3 linebackers, a ref, and half the marching band.
Half the marching band.
Touchdown, Tigers. Shaq
I mean,
spiked the ball.
Spiked the ball so hard it made a crater. Hopefully he didn't run over the half of the band that Daughter Fu was in. You know, the other half, not her half. Thank you for the bits, Mars. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I don't see a key yet. How did old distorted Steamboat Willie guy get in here? Maybe the control room. Maybe there's something in here. Oh. Press tab. Sector A main card. We got it. All right. Well, we have reload canisters now. All right. Well, we're going to Sector A, boys. Here we go. All right, this is a little scary. That is gross. Oh, we got Sector B key card. Well, there you go. Are we supposed to get rid of these things? I guess we are. Okay. That's sick. Okay. All right. Okay, not... For a second there, I thought I heard Steamboat Willie's feet steps, but that was me. It was just my feet steps, guys. That's all. I don't know what we need that wheel for. Should we? I guess we should go on. All right, A is almost clear. We got one more. We're supposed to kill all the... Ah, that's what we missed. Okay, I think A is clear, boys. We're clear here. All right, here we go. Moving on to B. What could possibly go wrong? I honestly don't know what we're going to do if we run into that dude. Come on. What kind of bad for those dudes, man? They don't know. Oh! Okay, alright. Okay, we're alright.
Tridine just resubbed for 84 months.
Oh! Sir! Where's my health? Okay, alright, alright. Tridine! Thank you for the 84 months. Appreciate you, buddy. By the way, next week is subathon week, but this week we're allowing all resub notifications to count towards next week's subathon. So, Tridine, your time will count there. And thank you for the lick on YouTube, sir. Look at me. Look at the foos seeing and recognizing Tridine's like on YouTube, eh? Huh? How about that? I'm actually paying attention this time, right? Thank you, Trident, and thank you for the 84 months, man. Appreciate it. Well played. Whew. Whew. I passed this test, sir. All right, there's another one of those. You already have one. I don't know what that is. There's a few more. You already have one. Whatever that is. Oh, it's a fuse. Yeah. I'm scared, guys. That's a little bit of a problem. Yeah, there's one guy in there. Okay, is that Mr. Willie? And you know what else? I don't know if they can go between doors. I'm assuming they would be able to. Nice raid, guys. Nicely done. All right, we've got a Sector A utility card, but I don't need a Sector A. I need a Sector C. All right, I'm assuming we have to go through that hallway, that other hallway over there. Common. Common area card. Alright, we're missing something, guys. What are we missing? This goes back around to the control room. Let me make sure there's nothing back here. No, doesn't look like it. Pipes connected. Do we have to connect those? Oh, there might be something in here. Let's go look. Yeah, the fuse. Oh, oh. Control room. No, I was thinking this fuse we got would be good for something. Let's see. Cafeteria. Steamboat. Common area. Well, the control goes to the common area, it looks like. I don't get it. Okay. Alright. Glad they gave us plenty of reload canisters. Alright, let's go check this out. So I want to see what's in the in those two little hallway areas. Let's go see. Oh, we can't go in there. We can't go out there. Yeah. May have to look up some hints on what we use the these things for. That doesn't sound good. Yeah. Oh, we can jump. That's good. I don't see anything about the... I wonder if the health kit you use automatically? I don't see a key binding for that. Toggle crouch. I think, you know what? I think I like the toggle crouch. All right, let me see. Oh man, copper's going crazy out there. Okay.
Now hold on, this is Samantillo, and I gotta speak from the heart.
Hi,
Back
Samantillo.
in the old country, we didn't need no Shack Diesel to coach us. We had grit, fire, and maybe a goat for halftime entertainment.
Oh,
we
my
didn't call
goodness.
plays, we just yelled and...
Yeah, that too. Okay, what about this? Thank you, Samantillo. We just yelled and hoped the mud worked in our favor. I mean, you know, look, there's something to that. There really is. I wonder if I can get into this room now. Oh, nope, over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, common area. We got it. Oh! Oh, well, never mind. We hurt Willie. We hurt him. That's good. Okay. That's good, yeah. That's what those wheels do. Okay. So we need to get more of those. I thought the meter was telling us he was close. Now hold on, Samantillo says. Now hold on. Alright, let's grab that one. We need another one. We need that. Yep. Okay, guys, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to go into the common area, and nothing bad is going to happen. Maybe. Alright, there's utility B. Nothing here. I wonder if there's anything across this door. Now we got Sector D card. We got... Alright, we need to remember that. Already have one, okay. Sector D, there's utility E. I need to remember where those lockers are. Alright, there's... I guess Sector D is where we're going over here. Utility D. Moon, thank
just resubbed for 73 months.
Yes, indeed. Moon, thank you for the 73 months. I appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And that, of course, adds more time to our timer. Remember, guys, Subathon week is next week, but this week, resubs can add to our timer. So just like that. Appreciate you, Moon. All right, let's see if we can figure out... All right, there's Sector D. I think we go through there next. All right. Okay, we're okay. Oh! Get away from me! At least they die easily enough. I don't see where my health is. Oh! Man, there's a bunch of these buggers, huh? How did he find me? Okay, wait a minute. I had no idea. I had no warning. I had no warning! Night of the Living Rats, indeed! Oh no! No! Okay, I'm dead. I can't revive. I don't have a health kit. So what happens now? I gotta get a health kit, huh? Oh yeah, we're done. Lights out, meatball. Ah. At least I got a little money. At least I got a little money there, you know? $24. I'm rich. Almost level 2. Alright. This time we're going to do better. How do you get... Okay. How do you use your trap, I guess is the question. Drop... Oh, that's drop items, maybe? Or is that the trap? Alright, Black Darbit. Poison sprayer, flamethrower, zapper. Yeah, that's the only one we have so far. Okay. Alright. Mothman? No, I don't want to do Mothman. That's cool that you can pick it, though. Contract. Respawn rate 2. Actually, I don't want... I want one that's level, that's easy. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. Start. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. So, we gotta listen for the heartbeat, I think is what it was. Hey, Fujikon! Thank you for the like on YouTube, buddy. I just saw your like. Thank you. Let's take care of that. Appreciate you. Okay, top of the hour. Before we continue, let's go do our top of the hour break. I will bring up some fishing for you guys. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes, guys. Oh, by the way, again, congratulations to D-Holt earlier. He won, not the Fishman Foo, but he had a legendary quest win, 500 Weirdos. So good job, D-Holt. All right, folks, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Let's get back to it, shall we? Boop. There we go. And all right, flashlight on. So I know you can run from Mr. Steamboat Willie, but I just don't get... I don't know. All right, let's grab you. We want the first aid kit, of course, right? Because that's what enables us to res. So we got to do that. Yeah, yeah. Get the map. We want that. Now we have a key card for A. We want a reload canister. All right, A. We gotta go to the other side. All right, let's go. It feels like they get more and more aggressive as you go because we want the fuse. Pretty good range on that. Last run, the first two rooms, they weren't spawning that much, but then after that they started to get crazy. All right, Sector B key card. Yeah, Willie. He's not happy about that at all. Can't say that I blame him. But sorry, sir. You gotta do it. All right, let's go to B. They die pretty quick, that's for sure. Gotta get rid of that stuff. Hey, sir! Where's my health? Can you see your health? I don't know. I think we're clear in here. No, we're not. We got one more thing over here. Alright, we've got to find a card for the common area. Yeah, let's go see if we can. I can't remember where that was. Oh, you know what? We have to go... Yeah, that's right. Now we got to go back. That's good. Yeah, in here. Now we've got the common area key card. Alright, so that definitely hurts him when we do more of those. Utility rooms is what we're looking for those. This place is cleared out now. Now we gotta find B. Yep. There's another fuse somewhere. I wonder if we should be shutting these doors behind us. Alright. Oh, there's the fuse. Okay, now we got the next one we can do. Yeah, we'll have to remember that. Alright, Sector E is what we're going to next. No, nothing here. What about the other side? Oh, that's gross. No. I don't know, and that's another thing. I wonder if the doors... Oh no! I can't get away! I can't get away! What are you supposed to do? I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. I heard him and I tried to run. Oh, I wonder if that's how the trap comes into play. Maybe you can trap him and run? Oh shoot, I should have revived. I didn't revive in time. That's all right. How much did we get? Oh, we got a little bit of stuff there. And then we probably got probably enough to level us up. Yeah. So, let's see. Perks? Let's take a look at our perks. Yeah, the reload speed might not. I don't know if that's really that important. Now that I see how the game works, maybe the interaction speed, or that really doesn't matter either, because when you're playing solo, it doesn't matter how fast you resurrect with the med kit. But this could make a difference. Interact. I guess we'll go interact speed. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, Willie. Pest health is 2. Pest speed. I don't know if I want pest speed, although that might not be as bad as pest health. Nest quantity. Alright, we'll go with this one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Let's see. We got to figure out how we drop those traps. Okay. Before we do that, let's figure it out. Let's look. See if we can... see, traps. Okay, so do we have to go... Yeah, I don't see a way to... I don't see a way to set the trap. Maybe we don't have a trap right now? It could be that we're too low level. Alright. Because I think you can use the trap to slow down on Mr. Willie. Maybe. Alright. Alright, our control room. Get our map. Sector A. Yep. Alright, so we go this way. Let's do it to it. Ah! Bad habit. I reloaded. That's all right. We have another one in here. Oh! DJ Ronies. What's up, buddy? Oh! That hurt a little bit. See, he doesn't like that. He does not like that. Okay, that's done. We're clear in here. Okay. Sector B, here we go. All right. Yeah, every time we do that, it makes him mad. But we gotta do it. That's how we clear out. Oh! Okay, that's good. We're good here. Now we got to go to Utility A, which I think is over here. Sector A pipe. Oh, I see. These are where the other pipes are. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have my health. Okay, time to hide a minute. I need some coffee. That dude, man. My guess is when you realize he's on your trail, you probably have to run and lose sight, have break line of sight with him, and then get into one of these and it drops aggro. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know how that's generally how those kind of games work. Okay, so escape. Okay, so we do have to go. Oh yeah. Yep. Let's go to the pipe over here. That's the first one. That's going to get us to the common area. Now let's test something here. I'm wondering if... Does this drop all aggro? Oh, man. Okay. Like, if you go in here, does it clear aggro? I don't know. We're going to do it because it doesn't hurt to go in once. Alright, now, there's another... I think it's in B. Alright, that's there. I think there's another wheel and fuse, yeah, in here. Where's the fuse? There it is. Now we gotta go to the common area. Right? Yeah, common area. Control room. We don't need the control room. We need Oh, maybe we do? Do we need the control room for something? No. Okay. Alright, let's go back through here. Common. That doesn't sound good. Those are footsteps, guys. Oh, I see. Oh! Alright. Nope. Alright, Martine. I know he's probably lurking anyway, so I gave it the old college try, sir. This one is not for me. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I cannot figure this out. So we are going to, we're going to switch it over. Yep, this one's not for me. Nope, nope. Not at all.
Shaq sit by fire.
Yes.
Shaq think long time about Bountygate. People keep say, Bountygate bad, Bountygate scandal. Shaq nod slow. Shaq say, yes. But where gate?
But where gate?
Shaq spend many moons looking for giant
Bountygate. You keep doing this, Mars. They keep cutting you off. It doesn't work if they cut you off. So much of your goodness is missing. Maybe shiny, maybe guarded by warriors. Let me see if I can adjust how much we can do. Thank you for the bit. Let me see if I can do that. Streamlabs. Let me check the Streamlabs text to speech and see if I can figure out how to extend that. Text to speech. All right, let's try it again. Not you. Don't spin any more bits. I didn't mean that. I meant let me re-trigger yours and see if it'll do. All right, let's try it again, March. You ready? Here we go. Let's see what happens here.
Shaq sit by fire.
Yeah.
Shaq think long time about Bountygate.
About Bountygate.
People keep say, Bountygate bad, Bountygate scandal. Shaq nod slow. Shaq say, yes. But where gate? Shaq spend many moons looking for giant Bountygate. Maybe shiny, maybe guarded by warriors.
Yes!
But Shaq find nothing. Only angry coaches and football men.
And football men.
No gate.
No bounty.
No bounty.
Right.
Shaq sad inside. Seems good 100.
Seems good 100. There we go. I increased the duration that it will allow. So you should be better now. Nicely done, huh? Look at the Foo figuring some things out, man. All right. Let's switch over, guys. Let's switch over. We are going to play the game that we were going to play Thursday, which we'll probably play Thursday also, called Dead Estate. Let me change our title and our gameplay and all, you know, all that good stuff. Oh, man. Dead Estate. That's like a 4-3 Supreme Court ruling decision. Never would have thought. What do you mean? What is? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, Dead Estate. All right, let's see what this game's all about, eh? Oh, changing the duration. Finally, something rolls in my favor. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, you're spending your hard-earned money. You should at least be able to, within reason. All right, I don't want you doing a text-to-speech that's going to last for like 10 minutes, but you should at least be able to get your whole text-to-speech in. You know. All right, YouTube's changed. This has changed. Let me. All right, let me change this. Let me change some stuff here real quick. I'm gonna get the game on the screen. Don't worry, but I gotta adjust some stuff so you guys aren't. Video settings. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're going full screen here. Okay. Assignment Anya? Okay, wait. All right. March, did you just break text-to-speech? Did you break text-to-speech? Oh my goodness. Let me see what's happening here. What just happened? It was just working. What happened? What happened? All right, hang on. Let me look at it. Let me see if I can figure out what's up. Okay. Bits, text-to-speech. Try it again. See if this works. Back to dashboard. Recent events. It worked when I re-triggered it. Let's try this again. Let's see. Alright, here we go.
Breaking news from Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal steps to the podium, dead
Yes.
serious.
Uh-huh.
LSU making power move.
Power move.
He says. We hiring Charles Barkley.
Yes, indeed.
Analysts stunned.
Why did that cut off? What's happening here? I don't get it. Now let's try this again. No. Events. Okay. Let's try this. All right.
Breaking news from Baton Rouge.
Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal steps to the podium, dead serious. LSU making power move, he says. We hiring Charles Barkley. Analysts stunned. Shaq continues, Charles bring leadership, motivation, and snack management. Charles joins him. I ain't running no drills, he says. Shaq nods, that's okay. Shaq never lose with Chuck on bench. ESPN logo spins. Theme music blares. Seems good 100.
Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, that should work. I don't know why it didn't before, but thank you for the bit, Smarts. All right, let's check out Dead Estate, guys. Play Jeff, Jules. We'll start with this guy. Driver's license, Jeff Trucker. 219 Doki Boulevard. We'll go play. Fear can't kill you, but... Yeah, walk with WSA. Left click to fire your weapon. Is there, do we reload? Oh, I see. It's kind of in a little... It kind of has a Binding of Isaac type feel, doesn't it? Like to the room and the way you... Okay, we'll see. Interesting. Hey, sir! Sir, that was uncalled for. Yeah, this... I bet this game took inspiration from Isaac. Maybe! Yeah, Enter the Gungeon. That's true. That's true. Alright. Settings. Hang on. That volume is still kind of loud, guys. Right there, I guess? Yeah, let's go with that. Alright. Mortuary is good. We did really well. We found the correct body that we needed. The problem is, I got down to the choice between two different demons, and I had to pick one, and I got it wrong, so we lost. But I got really close. I got really close to winning the run, so that was cool. Oh no! Where did we go? Oh, we went back to the beginning. Is there a map? Oh, there is a map. Alright. There you go. Yeah, we've got a little... I mean, there... You're right about the Enter the Gungeon, but it's got hearts. It's got all sorts of things that remind me of... other than well, I mean, even the shooting. We're not shooting tears, but we're shooting little bullets. So, but yeah, the shooting stuff is like Gungeon. There we go. Never see it coming, guys. Let's go this way. Old school Zelda with guns, yes. Ow! Very good. Oh, there's a key over here. We need the key. Key get. I like that. Key get. Alright, alright. What's in here? Need something? Well, yeah. Get dizzy. Boosts damage, but it causes bullets to randomly change direction. No thank you. Fire bullets from yourself upon jumping. Boosts jump height.
Have fun out there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think we want anything just yet. Yeah, it was. That's right. That's right. That I knew. Yeah. It was heavily influenced by Zelda. That's right. Yep. All right. I want to go check this room down here. All right, we got a little money. Oh, you would. The heart would end up in there. Okay, what do we have? I do like that I have 8 hearts or health or whatever. $40? What? Oh, we gotta survive for that long. Oh dear. Come on, son! Okay, what do we get? Ancient Tome. Bosses spawn with lower health. Okay, I'm good with that. Yep. Chest. Smashed Pumpkin summons a jack-o'-lantern buddy that attacks enemies. Yes, please. Yes, please. We have a room up here somewhere with hearts in it. Uh-oh. Oh no! We can't hurt him! What now? Oh dear. Queen Infestor! Oh boy. Alright, this must be the boss, floor boss. Yes! Thursday is the end of the month stream. That's right. Ground floor cleared. All right, Vorshin, have a good night, buddy. We'll see you later. See you later. He didn't drop me any goodies, I don't think. I didn't notice any anyway. All right, this way. Oh, hey, guys. Heh heh heh. Give me that. Ouch. Getting low here. Can't hit him. My word. Wonder if we're gonna have walls that we... Do we have bombs? Probably not. I don't see bombs. Okay, let's go check the treasure chest room here. Boosts damage but cause bullets to randomly change directions. I don't know about that, guys. Alright, we'll try it. Why not? I'm probably going to regret it. And we're down to 1 health. Oh, I'm dead. That was quick. Hold on, let me see. Let's see what happens when we throw on the towel. Yeah, I guess maybe there aren't any power-ups. I don't know.
Let's get moving.
Let's get moving. Yep, walk with me, buddy. Thank you. Alright. There we go. Got you guys. I don't think we need a key for this. Let's see. Porcupine needle. Taking damage from an enemy marks them for death, so they take damage? They take more damage. Yep, okay. That's good. I like how it's easy to tell which rooms you've been in. Well, there's a key. I don't know what we need the key for. Maybe there are certain chests that are locked. The one we found up here is not locked, so... Oh! Sir! My word! I do like that you can jump. That's nice. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my, lucky dice increases the chances for cultist shops to appear. We took way too much damage there. And we're still... What hit us? Alright. Back we go. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, that was good. Alright, that goes up. We don't want to go up to the next floor yet. Let's see. Oh! Oh, sir! Ooh, bunch of coins there. Thank you for the help. Oh my goodness, yes. Alright, alright. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Key room. Yes. Boss time. I think. Yeah. The Mother of the Myriad. That's the one we fought last time. Alright, this time, guys, if we survive, I want to go look around more. I don't want to go up yet. Yep, no, not yet. Nope, we're not going up yet. See, he didn't give us any goodies. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute. Let's look around. Uh-huh. Oh boy, big guy. Yep. Oh, here's the vendor. Okay.
Stranger.
Every floor is now burning, boosts damage, and makes all of your attacks flaming? But do we take damage? Alright, we're going to try that. Essence of Greed. Better weapons become more common. You can no longer destroy weapons. Medkit. Huh. Alright, we're just going to go with that. So now we do more damage, and they burn. Our attacks burn. Okay, that seems like a really good one. Really good power-up. Oh, I know. He's trying to get to me. I want to check this down here. Oh boy. Oh, we already did this. Does he just stop chasing us after a while? I don't know. Maybe we have to go to the next floor to get out. Ouch. Oh! Alright, time to go. Ow! Yeah, he's like Mr. X too, man. That's not fun. Whew, buddy. That was no bueno. Need more items? Loop your run? What does that mean? Nice, nice. All right. me that. Thank you. He's got a little bit of hit points, don't he? Come on, sucker. Oh, where did you come from? All right, there we go. What do we have here? This is hey, Seaside Hermit. No worries, man. Enjoy your nice. Enjoy your D&D game, buddy. And I appreciate you being here and hanging out. Yeah, nice, nice. Good stuff, man. All right, we need to go here. Yep. What does this give us? Well, we'll find out. Survive for 40 seconds and we'll get some toilet paper. Yes. Alright, good. We got him. I wouldn't mind if one of these guys gave me a heart. Oh boy, or a few hearts. For that matter. Oh boy. Oh man, I forgot to look. Okay, there it is. Lowers your max hit points to 2. Use as currency with someone. Oh my word, I shouldn't have picked that up. That was probably a mistake. Alright. Oh, we've got to, hold up. Did we check? I don't think we checked this shop
If
yet.
I knew someone was coming in.
Makes your screen grayscale. Causes more gold enemies to spawn, raises difficulty level. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna...
Have fun out there.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, this way next. Oh, he came back. Oh! Oh, apparently they keep spawning. Carry over 1,000 gold at once. Okay, nice, nice. Good achievement. Ouch! Oh dear. I do have another. That's good. This heart. Where was that heart at? Up here? Oh, we got a new weapon in here.
Like what you see?
Oh. Let's try the sawed-off shotgun, eh? Press and hold shift. don't. Did I mess up? How do we switch weapons? Control settings. Action controls. Let's look at that. Switch weapons. Oh, Shift and R. Okay. I don't know.
You break it, you buy it. Very nice. Bye-bye.
All right, let's try this out. Yeah, let me get the heck out of Dodge. Nope, nope. I gotta find the key. Gotta find the key. Oh no! I ran right into that. Oh no, he dropped onto me. That's what it was. Oh my word. I know, right, Naughty? Oh my goodness. Try again. Yeah. Try again, but we're gonna take a quick break before we start. We're back. We're not taking that item that puts our health down to 2. Nope. Nope. No worries, Martin. I know you I know you had raid and stuff. It wasn't for me, man. I couldn't figure it out. You can go watch the VOD if you want, if you have time. I could not figure out how to get away from Mr. Willie. I tried, man. I tried. I couldn't get past the first few rooms because I was like, I did try. I did give it the old college try, but it was rough. It was rough. Yeah, there must be some keys that I was missing out on, but apparently he aggroes you and you got to run from him. But I couldn't get away from him. He'd kill me every time. Yeah, but I could see where that would be a fun game for people who like that kind of thing for like multiplayer. That would be cool. You know, people would love that. So, but it was it was fine for those kind of games. Just it's not for me, but I tried it. So, all right, I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. Get up and stretch the legs, move around for a few minutes, and we'll be back. Let's get you guys some fishing game going on. Yes, sir. And I'll be right back.
Who do you think you are? Dun, dun, dun! I am Captain Chaos.
Oh, DJ with the diamond. All right, D-Holt, we're cutting it off after yours. DJ with the diamond. Wow, grats. All right, sorry, Trading. Yours was the cutoff part, sir. Yours was the cutoff part. All right, let's get in here. Okay. Well, I didn't really get the riots. I know, right? I didn't get to chest out the shotgun last time. We'll get a different. We'll see if we can get a hold of some different weapons this time. All right. Okay, good. That's good. We don't want to go. Oh, what's over here? A chest. What is this? Golden gun. Let's dance. Oh no, you know what? Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, now we know. The golden gun, when you get a secondary weapon, it seems like you only get temporary ammo, I'm guessing. I was wondering if that was going to be the case. We'll know next time. Unless the gun's still there, we just have to get an ammo and get ammo for it. I don't know. Ow, ow. Come on, son. Ow. Oh my word. And did we not get anything? I guess not, guys. Yeah, okay. Either it didn't spawn or we don't get anything. Sad panda. Sad panda. Oh yeah, get the chest. Chicken ramen. Do you do more damage when you have less than 100? Okay. Well, we'll have to... We'll get it because it doesn't hurt. It just doesn't do any good right now. Oh my. Well, thank you for the help. Oh yes, more health. Alright, we'll get the key. Raid member lost power due to a local storm we called Raid because it was always taking his power company several hours to restore a service. Oh no. Wait, y'all called off the entire raid because of one person? Oh no! Oh, they're gonna feel bad, I'm sure. Oh wait, let's go this way. Yes. Right, yeah, no, I understood that, but I mean, is that one person that important that like missing one person would mess up the whole raid? I guess was what I was referring to. Like, normally raids don't cancel because of one person, I guess. You know what I mean? Unless they're like the only healer or the only tank or something, maybe? Is that what it was? Like, you couldn't win without him or something? He couldn't control that versus the numbskull that caused us to call it early. Oh, gotta have all 8. Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah. It's not like the old days back in EQ where you could race with 72 people or even 36 people. Yeah. Oh man, that's bad. Ow! Oh, they got little dudes now. Heartbeat ASMR again, guys. Oh my word. Okay. We survived. Barely. Tridine and D-Holt. Grats, guys. There you go. All right. Over here. Oh, thank you. More hearts. Oh, another heart. Yes. Oh, oh, oh dear. Oh, vendor. Yes. Yep, that.
Not even close.
Oh my.
Oh.
Let's do that because we want to have less than 100. Yep, that's good. All right, we got to. Oh man, there's a vendor dude over there for a gun, and we don't have any money. Ow. Sounds like balloons popping. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, this guy. So what do you have for sale? Oh, that's what we have right now, handgun.
Bye-bye.
All right. We may come back to that. We'll see. Now, what's over here? Yep. A little bit of gold. Find a place to rest. Creepy. I don't know what we do here. Like, literally nothing. It's just a chill place. Okay. Alright. Well, we need to go get... We need to get that key. We know that. So we'll work our way that way. Nice. Another heart. Ah. Yep, don't worry about me. Just stay alive forever, dude. Don't ever die. You just have a bazillion hit points. That's okay. I don't mind. There you go. Ba-da-da-dum. Chance for shots to burn in enemies. Yes, please. Yes, please. Hot iron. I don't get that. What? I don't get that. Oh, shift? I guess hold shift destroys it. I don't understand the secondary weapon mechanic in this game. I can't quite figure it out. Alright. Give me that. Oh dear. Yep, down here. See what this gives us. I got you. 40 seconds. 40 seconds of playtime. Nothing? We get nothing? Well, how rude. How rude. Out. Now you. Ow. This guy's actually a little bit tougher than the boss, it seems. Goodness gravy. Give me a heart. Nope, no heart. Oh, we didn't get the key yet. That's right. Wait. So a way to turn that heartbeat down. Yeah, heartbeat sounds. Let's do that. There we go. That's more like it. You guys don't put up with heartbeat ASMR. Oh, we're dead. Holy spicoli. So, alright, let's go back to the main menu for a second. What is Assignment Anya? Let's check that out. Is this may reveal minor spoilers from the main game that you haven't reached yet. This could make its narrative less clear than it would otherwise be. No, take me back. So this is something, I guess it's like a DLC, so we want to wait on that then. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Extras. Alright. Jewels. Yeah. Let's try jewels. So just one costume. All right, let's see what kind of weapon she gets. Stay alert. I plan on it. Oh, she's got like a little shotgun. Okay. All right, all right. So we we got to be close range, but. Alright. Alright, we gotta get the key before we can go in to the boss room. Yep. Yeah. Okay, I do kind of like the shotgun, but we'll see how well it works. Maggots. So do we get maggot pets, I guess? Maybe? Maybe? Alright, what you got for us, ma'am?
Hello there.
Garlic necklace. Enemies will approach slower. That could be interesting. That we can't get. Alright, let's take the garlic necklace.
Have fun out there.
Thank you. Okay, let's go. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Doom, doom, doom. That almost got me. Oh!
Ouch!
Yeah, you telling me, ma'am. She seems to have faster movement speed than the other guy, maybe. Alright, there we go. Oh my! Uncalled for. Totally uncouth. Health? Okay, there you go. I was like, wait a minute. Couldn't pick it up. What's happening right now? Minty and delicious. Oh, man. Okay. So we have the... I don't know. I don't know if we're going to use that candy cane thing. Save it for the boss or something.
Ouch!
Yep. Oh boy. Ouch! Ow! Oh, well, what are you? Shoots poisonous needles. Can we get multiple? Oh, I see. You can only have one secondary weapon. Okay. Oh, hello there. Time to go. All right, we gotta go get that key.
Ouch!
Ow! Rude.
Stranger.
Got a question. You're saying possibly doing some multiplayer stuff? Not tonight, of course. Maybe. It depends on what it is. The problem I always have, Martine, with multiplayer is, you know how I'm always like interactive and talking to the chat and stuff. That can be very disruptive for a multiplayer group if everybody's in voice, because it doesn't allow team communication, because I'm always constantly, because the stream comes first, you know what I mean? So it makes it tough. But Holy Trinity, I heard about that. Yeah, I am.
ESPN Studio. Rex Ryan leans forward. Man, I love this move. Barkley gonna bite harder than
Hold
any
that
defense
thought.
I ever coached. Allen Iverson laughs. Practice? No, they don't need practice. They got personality. Ryan Clark shakes his head,
Ryan
smiling.
Clark.
LSU games just turned into reality TV with a scoreboard.
Yes.
And I'm here for it.
I'm here for
ESPN
it.
logo spins as theme music hits. Shaq
Oh,
waves at
man.
camera, proud. Seems good 100.
Seems good. Well, hey, at least it worked that time, March. Thank you for the bits, sir. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, I maybe want to see
Oh,
how it works, but I've heard good things. I know. Fox likes it. He picked it up. Let me see. Let me take a look at Fellowship. I think I have it on my wish list, but I'm not positive. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it looks interesting, for sure. And it's one of those games you definitely have to have a group, right? It's made for multiplayer. Yeah, so we'll think. I'll think about it. It depends on how easy it would be to do multiplayer without being in voice chat. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see how that goes. But it looks interesting. Let's all right, you know what? Not feeling this game tonight either. Let's do some we're not ending though. Let's switch over and do some talk shows, podcasts. Switch over to some just chatting for a bit. Let's take a look at that actually. YouTube. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Trying to find I don't know this guy, but let's check out their.
What if we made an MMO except it had absolutely zero?
Okay, let's try this. Let's see what he has to say. There's also another game called Fellowship that's $7. Looks like your type of game. Early action. Oh yeah, it's a Bullet Heaven. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, but the one you're talking about looks interesting. Let's see what this guy has to say about it.
Leveling progression. What if we took the endgame gameplay loop of other popular games and instead of having players work towards this eventually, we allow them to just hop right in? Have you ever wanted to play the endgame of an MMO without having to do any of the work of getting there? Some games require an immense amount of playtime just to even reach the intro to the end.
So you could tell the art style is definitely heavily influenced by WoW, right? Which is not that's actually pretty smart for this kind of game.
But today I've got something a little different, a game where you're just hopping into dungeons, getting better and better loot while taking on more and more challenging content. I'm obviously talking about this brand new online dungeon crawler which just entered early access a couple of days ago, Fellowship. And they were gracious enough to even sponsor today's video. Now, this is the first game to come out of Chief Rebel Studio. Fellowship is their flagship title, where you're going to be picking from 9 different heroes, each of which you can progress with and gear up.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 2 tanks, 5 damage classes, and 2 healers. Interesting. Okay. I just assumed there would be like 1 tank type, 1 healer, and maybe a couple of different DPSs. They've put some work into this, though.
Separately. There's essentially 9 different characters inside of Fellowship. There's 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 5 DPS. Each of these classes has an entire kit that's going to make up about 16 to 17 abilities per character. And you can gear up and progress with each of these characters separately, and you can switch between them whenever you like. So the concept is really simple. You sign into a lobby, you queue up for dungeons, you mingle with other players, upgrade and customize your gear and appearance, and that's pretty much the entire premise. However,
no microtransactions, right? I'm assuming. And then, have you played it any, Martine, or were you just considering getting it at this point? I'm curious to know your thoughts if you've played it so far.
let me tell you, just because the concept is simple doesn't mean the rest of the game is. There's a ton of depth, challenge, and if you're as bad as I am, frustration awaiting you in Fellowship. So with that being said, I'm going to take you all through my playthrough, showing you the ins and outs of the game, giving you my thoughts and my opinions and my future expectations. I honestly think that this game is exactly what not only myself, but a lot of people in the MMO space have been looking for. So without further ado, let's get into it. So when you first start the game, you choose a name, and Fellowship will ask if you want to participate in a tutorial. Considering this was my first time ever logging in, I thought, why not?
Why not? There's 3 cosmetic packs you can buy in addition to the buy-in, but not season. Not seeing any. Yeah, and that's okay. Like, extra cosmetic packs you can buy, like DLCs or whatever, as long as there's not like pay-to-win microtransaction stuff or anything, you know.
Now, the tutorial is a little basic. If you've ever played an MMO, you should be mostly good. You kick things off starting as Helena, which is one of the tank classes. You're shown how to run, look around, use the camera, jump, the basics. And then you're shown a bit of combat without skills at first, and then the game will slowly introduce your complete skill set. Along the way, you pick up some of the other playable heroes who join your party, and you face off against a troll boss with a couple of basic mechanics. Easy enough, and afterwards you're shown the hero page where you can
Oh, the Helldivers True Group was supposed to do it tonight, but one of them forgot to buy it. Oh no. It's been one. Looks like it's been one of those nights for you with your regular groups, huh? Just in each instance, there's just one person who can't quite step to the plate for whatever reason. Poor Martine.
Choose which hero you want to play as. As I mentioned, there are 9 separate heroes. There's 2 tanks, Helena and Miko, tons of DPS from casters to rangers to rogues, as well as 2 healers. There's more of a druid-esque healer and a priest kind of healer. As I mentioned before, each of these classes are basically your characters that you can progress. You could theoretically get the best in slot gear on each of these characters and then swap between them whenever you like. As always, I'm a bit of a sucker for mages, specifically
I like that
mages,
idea.
so I went with Ardeos.
See, in the early expansions of EverQuest, you could tank as a monk. So that was not uncommon. Now, as we got farther along in the game's life cycle and in the later expansions, you had to be either warrior, shadow knight, paladin, you know, or like in certain expansions you could tank with pet classes like beast lord, magician, if they had their focus and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, once after you got past like Velius maybe or Lukeland, then you couldn't really tank anymore as a monk. But I like the idea of a monk being like an agility or avoidance type tank.
And afterwards, you're loaded into the Stronghold, which is basically the main player hub where you can do basically everything in the game that isn't instanced dungeon content. And here you get a first glimpse at the user interface, which is completely customizable, by the way.
That's
Every
cool,
single aspect of the heads-up display can be...
This is almost a requirement in MMOs nowadays, is being able to do this. That's one of the things that I really liked about SOTOR. They got a lot of stuff right, but especially the way the UI stuff works, for sure.
Resized and moved around the screen, which is nice. But to be honest, I actually appreciated the simple default design. Down in your bottom right, you can see you have your damage and healing meters, which you can customize, and then you have your action bar with slots for 16 skills plus an ultimate. Also, over here you have a quick slot for your mount, and the rest is fairly self-explanatory. The first thing the game tells you to do is look around at every single point of interest within the Stronghold, of which there's actually quite a few. You have your standards like the Dungeon Finder, a mirror to change your appearance, a leaderboard, a bank. But furthermore, there are some unique spots. The blacksmith, for example, allows you to upgrade your gear. There's a couple of different shops where you can use different currencies, and different places where you can add gems to your gear, etc. It seems like the gear progression actually has a fair amount of depth to it, and it's rather customizable. Another important thing to note within the Stronghold is the combat training dummy area. I highly recommend that before you ever try a new champion, to at least spend some time here, to at least a little bit learn your kit before you actually make your way into one of the dungeons. It doesn't really matter, especially if you're just doing quick play. However, your group will still appreciate it if you know at least a little bit about how to play your character.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Now, the first day of Fellowship's release did not go completely as expected. As you can imagine, with any new studio's first game, 20,000 plus players trying to join the game all at the same time might result in some server issues. So I kept a close eye on the Discord, and the team, who is from Sweden, worked tirelessly until about 5 in the morning trying to fix the servers. I tried my best, but I unfortunately wasn't really able to play much on the first day, as I couldn't get into queues and I couldn't even sign into the game. And a lot of people were quite unhappy, but ultimately this is pretty much expected with new online games at this point. If you think day one is going to go smoothly without a hitch, especially when it comes to a studio's first...
That's almost impossible, especially with a smaller company like these guys, you know. That's tough.
First game, you're sorely mistaken. So anyway, day 2. According to the Discord, everything seemed to be working fairly well. Apparently there were some odd lag spikes here and there, but those didn't seem to affect me at all. So let's get into it. Now, how dungeons work in Fellowship is there are 4 players within a group. You can use the group finder to find other players to join you in quick play, where basically everyone has equalized gear and stats. Your outside gear has no effect on quick play. And this is the lowest difficulty version of the dungeon. This allows you to pick up the basics of your class to test your abilities in terms of DPS or healing or tanking before entering the later, more difficult versions of the content. Within quick play, you can access almost every dungeon that can be accessed in later difficulties. They're just much easier, and the queue times tend to be pretty quick. So I signed up for my first quick play match, and the first dungeon I loaded into...
That also seems like it would be a good way to learn your class, right? Go into a quick play where you're doing like the bare basic difficulty, Yeah, yeah, the UI is definitely very WoW. I mean, it's obvious they took heavy influence from WoW's aesthetics, which is not a bad thing because that's something most people are comfortable with, you know. So, yeah, you're right for sure.
Was Godfall Quarry. At this point, I didn't quite understand how Ardeos, my fire mage, was best played. To be honest, it's not as easy as just pressing your abilities in the right order. There's a ton of depth that goes into these classes, and a really good player will absolutely stand out from his group. I'll get a bit more into that later as I explain some of the complexities of my Fire Mage's rotation, but after playing a few of the other classes, this really seems to be the case pretty much across the board regarding the heroes. Each of them has plenty of room for them to be played really well. Anyway, most of the dungeons are pretty short. There's a few groups of trash, which will each have their own mechanics, some of which sort of prepare you for the boss up ahead. Certain dungeons like this one will have a sort of mini-boss or more difficult piece of trash before finally culminating in the big boss fight at the end. It seems like most of the bosses will rotate between 4 or 5 mechanics. Obviously, in quick play, messing these mechanics up is not detrimental. However, I have heard that later on and in harder difficulties, basically missing anything or stepping slightly out of line at the wrong moment can result in the entire group wiping. Now, some of this boss's mechanics include a couple of don't stand in stupids, and then a couple of why aren't you standing in this stupids, but Fellowship definitely doesn't shy away in terms of ramping up the difficulty, especially as you start pushing into some of the higher ranks. And then, after beating the boss, a giant chest appears, and because we're just on quick play, you don't receive any gear, and instead you receive supplies and something known as Marks of Fellowship, which are both currencies that can be used at different vendors within the stronghold. Also, upon completing dungeons, you'll notice this bright shining rewards button in the top right. This opens up a reward track where you'll be able to learn new skills, acquire a mount, get gold and supplies, as well as train talent points to make your character more powerful. The entire left side of the reward track can be entirely acquired through quick play. However, on the right side, you'll find different rewards which can be acquired by beating the content on harder and harder difficulties. Next, you'll want to...
So not only are you getting better gear on the higher difficulties, which makes sense, but there are certain skills and passives that you can't get unless you're doing higher difficulties. The higher end mech explanations reminds me of Mythic or Savage raids. So I'm assuming that that's similar in this game, right? Where there's different difficulty of tiers of dungeons, like Mythic or like you were talking about. I mean, he alluded to that, right? But I mean, I'm guessing there's multiple tiers of dungeons and not just like easy and hard.
Spend the supplies that you just got from completing the dungeon. This vendor down here sells common equipment with an item level of 15. And I definitely recommend picking up a few of these items and completing at least...
You know what? I think I'm hungry. Let me pause this for a second. Time for a little peanut butter and jelly suitcase. It's been a while, guys. Let me give you guys some fishing. And I'm curious about this. We're gonna come back and watch the rest of this and kind of chill and hang out a bit. I'm gonna go get that. Basically, you start with normal dungeons, and as you level up gear, you do higher difficulty. Ah, yeah, that makes sense for progression. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Cagliostro, man, getting a weird drawing of a fish. Not a fish. A weird drawing of a fish. All right, last one right here. Let's see what you get. See what you get, Tridine. It's appropriate. You should get the last one. All right. All right, let's watch the rest of this while I eat my food.
A couple of the dungeons within quick play before jumping into ranked. First of all, this will allow some time for you to learn your character and class, but it also gets within quick play before jumping into ranked. First of all, this will allow some time.
Here we go. Here we go. This is what we were talking about. What I was curious about. Here are the different tiers. Basic is the contender level or whatever. Adept, time the capstone dungeon in the previous league and have item level 60. I'm level 120 and then I'm level 180. So there's contender, adept, champion, and paragon. All right.
For you to learn your character and class, but it also gets you a little bit of a higher item level before taking on the more challenging content. So now let's talk about how difficulty scales in Fellowship. Essentially, you have quick play, then you have ranked or challenge mode, and this is where you're going to be spending the majority of your time. The ranks are split into 4 different categories. There's Contender, Adept, Champion, and Paragon. And then finally, after beating the hardest challenge within Paragon, you finally unlock something known as Eternal. Eternal is an uncapped scaling difficulty challenge that just gets harder and harder as you progress until eventually, I'm assuming, it's impossible to progress any further.
That's
now,
crazy.
when you join up for a ranked game, it can take slightly longer than quick play. At least in the Contender rank, however, it was still fairly quick for me to get into a group. I'd say on average it took about 2 minutes of waiting, max, as a DPS character, and if you're a tank, it's going to be instant. But with challenge mode, instead of the queue just popping and getting immediately put into a dungeon, you'll receive a voting page, and here you can see 3 options. We have Contender 1, 2, and 3. You see, within every category of difficulty, there are also 6 levels, and the queue will match you up with those levels of difficulty depending on your current item level. And then once you have the max or close to the max item level within that difficulty, you'll be able to enter the 7th level, so to say. And this will be its own standalone dungeon and challenge that you and your group will have to complete within a certain time frame in order to unlock the next rank of difficulty. So in order to go from Contender to Adept. We'll get into more on that later, but as you can see here, we as a team can vote for these 3 different dungeons on 3 different difficulty levels. And it also displays all of the loot you could potentially receive. My first run was in Silken Hollow on Contender 1. Honestly, Contender 1 is basically just quick play at this point. There's no added mechanics or modifiers to make it much more difficult. I had another Ardeos in my group with me, and he was definitely out DPSing me, which pissed me off and made me want to understand my...
That's pretty cool, isn't it, Martine? I kind of like the idea of an infinitely scaling difficulty. That would be interesting.
Class a little bit better. Anyway, the dungeon ended in this cool spider boss with tons of venom mechanics, and afterwards I received my first piece of gear from a dungeon, a new chess piece, as well as the gold and other currencies that you would have received in quick play. And from this point forward, I just kept pushing further and further within the Contender difficulty. I finished Stormwatch on Contender 3, which got me this cool new staff. Although it is an ice staff, which doesn't necessarily fit with my fire mage theme, it was still a huge upgrade. Now, because I was still getting a ton of supplies from completing each dungeon as well, I was actually able to fill out the rest of my equipment slots using the vendor. Obviously, you'll want to upgrade all of these by completing more and more dungeons, but at least for the time being, this was better than nothing. I was also really starting to fill out my reward track as well, getting new talent points and tons of gold, and also filling out the contender section of the rewards too, which gives you even more talent points. Now, if you see here, we finished this dungeon with 39 seconds left to go on the timer. You see, as you move up through the difficulties, not only does the
So the dungeons are timed. That's kind of intimidating. We'll have to see how challenging that is.
Dungeon get more difficult, the enemies have more health and pick up more mechanics, but also you start getting timed. And failing the timer means there's reduced rewards, and there's also other modifiers which can be placed on a dungeon. You can get curses or debuffs or increased mechanics. But at this point, I was really starting to have a lot of fun. I did a bit of research into my class, Ardeos, and how I should actually be playing him. Now, I've spent a lot of time playing mages across my MMO career, however, Ardeos is totally unique. He almost plays more like a warlock, because basically your entire rotation revolves around this one ability, Detonate. And what Detonate does is when an enemy has a damage over time ability on them, you can use Detonate to deal damage equal to 2.5 seconds of said damage over time. So this renders your entire rotation to dotting up as many mobs as...
Yeah, that's cool. At least it's not a straight up win or lose, right? Yeah, right, exactly.
As possible with as many dots as possible, and then spamming Detonate. Now, the Detonate ability itself uses a resource known as Burning Embers, which can be built up by using other abilities, such as your main spammable Infernal Wave. You can then have a maximum of 4 Burning Embers at a time, meaning the goal of the entire rotation is to build up 4 embers, dot up as many mobs as possible, and then spam 4 detonates in a row. At least in theory anyway, to max out your DPS in a boss situation or a training dummy situation. However, every pull is going to function differently and last a different amount of time. So the more you play the class, the better feel you'll get for how full of a rotation you might want to commit to. On top of that, there's a ton of secondary skills and effects. Ardeos has a giant AoE known as Apocalypse. He can shoot fire frogs that bounce around a group of enemies. And he has an ultimate ability called Incinerate, where you fly into the air and basically channel a flamethrower at the enemy. And all around, he's a complete blast to play. Now, if you take a look at each of the heroes on the Hero Select page, you'll actually see a difficulty rating for each of the heroes. For example, Helena the Tank is rated 2 stars, but Miko is rated 4 stars. And Ardeos is only 3 stars, which was surprising to me because he's a very busy character. Your DPS can basically completely stagnate if you're not paying close attention. So this really just made me more excited to try out all of the other characters as well, because there's just a ton of room for you to become better and better at each of them. Anyway, at this point, I just kept grinding, completing dungeons, and working through my reward tracks. I actually got some new cosmetics. First, I got access to these white initiate robes, which looked pretty cool, but after completing most of the contender difficulty, I also received these blue rebellious robes, which I thought looked even cooler. I'm always a big fan of cosmetics that can be unlocked through gameplay, and as you progress through Fellowship, you can unlock cooler and cooler looking sets for your character. One important thing to know about is that once you start replacing your gear with better pieces, you can actually take your old gear to the scrapper, where you can destroy it and then you receive gold in its place.
Oh,
gold
nice.
is
Okay.
important because it can then be used at the blacksmith to upgrade each piece of your gear even further. Every time you upgrade a piece of gear, it increases its item level by 15, and each piece of equipment can be upgraded up to 8 times. But these get expensive fairly quickly. Also, the rarity of said piece of equipment will start with a higher item level, so a fully upgraded blue chest piece will end up with a higher item level than a fully upgraded green chest piece. At some point later on, I got this Book of Revival. It's a trinket as a drop, and this was actually huge. Basically, your 2 trinket slots will grant you 2 extra abilities. This Book of Revival gave me the ability to battle res, which was super handy. But other trinkets that you can get might buff the group or grant you a shield or increase the group's speed. I can imagine that later on, everyone in your group might be required to have the correct trinkets to deal with certain mechanics in challenging dungeons. Anyway, all of this finally culminated with me achieving an item level of 60 and completing a dungeon on the difficulty Contender 6. And by doing so, I unlocked the Sithril Falls dungeon. You see, once you've hit item level 60 and completed Contender 6, then
Nice.
Contender 7, the Sithril Falls, is more likely to appear in your matchmaking. Now, this is much more challenging than any of the other dungeons that you've completed so far. It's longer, it has 3 boss fights, the trash is tankier, and it has to be completed within a time limit for you to progress onto the next rank. Adept. So I managed to find a group and we went in. They seemed decent, but we did struggle slightly on the first boss. We even wiped once, which didn't bode well for our continued progress in the dungeon. Plus, the timer means it's a pretty strict time crunch, so any wipes are pretty detriment to actually completing the dungeon in the required time. We made it to the second boss and ended up wiping there again due to a mechanic with flying orbs, and the group unfortunately disbanded. But I decided to try just one more group, and these guys were pretty good. especially the tank. He was doing a great job. He knew the best path to take, he was able to skip certain groups of enemies, and all in all, this run was going really smoothly. We cleared the first boss in basically no time. Unfortunately, we did have one wipe on the second boss, but we hurried back as fast as we could and managed to take him down. The problem was we only had about 9 minutes left to clear our way to the last boss and defeat him. So we went as fast as we possibly could up a mountain towards the boss's room, taking out all the trash along the way. We finally entered the final boss fight with about 5 minutes to spare, and for having never done this fight before, we all picked up the mechanics pretty quickly. There's a soak, there's some area of effect stuff, there's a mechanic where he targets 2 separate teammates and they need to make sure they aren't touching each other, and this all happens while the actual area around the boss slowly fills in with ice. It gets smaller and smaller until you basically have nowhere to move. But unfortunately, when the boss was down to about 9% HP, and with only 2 minutes left to spare on the timer, we wiped. We ran back as fast as we could to make another valiant attempt, but alas, the timer slowly ticked down and passed. However, we did finish the fight, and I got my first piece of rare gear from a dungeon. It was a good effort, and I'm gonna get it the next time I hop on. But all in all, I'm having a great time in Fellowship. I don't want to name and shame any other games, but this sort of endgame only loop has been attempted many times before. But none of them have been as fun, as polished, and as in-depth as what I've seen from Fellowship so far. The freedom to play whatever character or whatever role and get better and better with said character and role at the drop of a hat is a freedom that you just wouldn't find in most MMOs. Not without a ridiculous amount of time investment into said character before you can actually even participate in the endgame, but Fellowship just puts you right there. And it doesn't shy away in its difficulty and depth. I'm genuinely excited to get better and better with Ardeos, but also to try out some of the other DPS classes. The Rogue, Mara, looks like a ton of fun. The healing also looks immensely challenging in this game, and tanking, well, I've never been much of a tank, but once I learn the dungeons a bit more, I wouldn't mind trying that as well. Anyway, folks, if you want to pick up Fellowship, the early access is available for purchase, and it would help me out a ton if you use my link that's found in the description, as well as the pinned comment.
Not bad, not bad. That's an interesting, interesting game for sure. That's something I'd like to keep an eye on. Yeah. All right, folks. I think we'll call it a night there. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Dispatch. If you guys haven't seen that, think of like a similar type of game like The Walking Dead or A Wolf Among Us, stuff like that. And we'll be back. Nice try, Martine. Nice try. I've got it disabled now except on Thursdays. Bam! Yes, last raid. Let's do it. Let me get on the raid. That's how you'd beat the trolls. Let's see if I can win, help you guys win this raid before we finish up. Yeah, so we'll check out Dispatch tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know how long each episode is, but we'll try to get through most, if not all, of the first 4 episodes. Very curious about it, so we'll check that out tomorrow night and see how it goes. Let's see how this raid goes before we finish up. Yep. Good luck, everybody. These anti-March laws are on fruit. Oh, gosh. That's too funny. All right. Yep. What you guys were looking, what you should have done, Martine, was this one. We'll be back.
Tomorrow.
That's right. We'll wait for this raid.
You never see it coming.
I think the raid is going. Yeah, it just takes a couple minutes for it to finish. Oh, I didn't play the song for you guys. All right. 50 Weirdos. If anybody can figure out the theme of this song, all right. what it's about, who's singing it, not like the singer, but like who the character is that's singing it. So those two things basically. Tell me who the character is singing it and what it's about, all right? This is a Foo original. Let you guys hear this before we go.
There was smoke in the street, sirens under the moon. You thought no one saw you leave, but I did, and I've carried it too. The night your window opened wide, a shadow flew into the sky. I stood outside, held in the dark, and watched the moment tear you apart. Uncle Ben was barely gone, and you were already moving on, but not away from guilt or fear. You ran toward the pain, year after year. I never said the things I knew, the costume, the silence that shattered you. I smiled and danced, played the part, while hiding your name inside my heart. Peter, I saw the truth that night, when your soul took flight into the fight. You think no one ever guessed, but I've carried your pain against my chest. You wore a mask, I wore one too. But from that night on, I knew.
We'll play the rest of it, but Martine got it right. Good job, Martine. So, in Spider-Man comic lore, it's revealed later on that Mary Jane, on the first night that he became Spider-Man, when he left his window to catch the robber who shot and killed his Uncle Ben, we find out that Mary Jane, who was his neighbor, saw him leaving the window, and from that point on, she knew he was Spider-Man, but she kept it to herself for a while, for years. So listen to the words as it continues to play out. But that's what it's about. Very heartbreaking.
You joke and dodge behind your lines, but I saw the weight in your spine. Eyes too tired for someone so young, still chasing ghosts with every run. You let the world believe the lie, the nerd, the flake, the awkward guy. But I saw more than you revealed, a broken boy learning how to heal. And so I played the easy girl, the party dress, the laughing swirl. But every smile I ever made was lit by truth I never said. Peter, I saw the truth that night, when your soul took flight into the fight. You think no one ever guessed, but I've carried your pain against my chest. You wore a mask, I wore one too. But from that night on, I knew. I watched you save and watched you fall. You never asked for praise at all, but I was there in every breath, in every brush with sudden death. You gave the world your every scar, and I just wanted who you are, not the suit, not the name.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Listen to that. Listen to that line again.
And I just wanted who you was there in every breath, in every brush with sudden death. You gave the world your every scar, and I just wanted who you are. Not the suit, not the name, just the boy who never ran from pain. Peter, I've known you all along, through every silent, selfless song. I kept your truth behind my eyes and held it through the years gone by. You wore a mask, I wore one too. But from that night on, I knew. And I still do. Yes, Peter, I always knew.
Thank you, Martine. I love doing that song creation and coming up with the lyrics, and that one took me a while to kind of work through the lyrics and get it right, and to get the theme and the feel to be true to the Spider-Man mythos, you know. So I have fun with that. I've got a few others that I could share with y'all later, but yeah. So hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Thank you again for being here and being part of this community. I appreciate it. You guys rock. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow night. And of course, as always, if you can be anything, be kind. Good night, guys.